people. Okay, I can just a guide, which is micro for the fermentation of the beers. Are you a student in the Department of Chemistry? Okay, did you get some of the micro lectures? Micro bioprocess lectures? Yeah, that's good. Which kind of strain microbe used for the beer fermentations? Beer, bintang beers.
Jawabannya.
Lactobacillus? No.
No. Yogurt. Yogurt.
Only that. Do you know? Right. Thank you. Thank you. Good answers.
Doctor student.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah. In a case of the beer fermentation, the people apply the Saccharomyces. This is one kind of the yeast strains. Okay. But in the case of the Japanese sake, the Japanese rice fermented one, in that case, we apply two kinds of the microbe. One is the fungi. In the case of the tempeh is also the fermented by fungi?
Yes.
Fungi? Rhizopus oryzae or the Aspergillus oryzae and yeast strain is okay. So today's the lecture is related to these two kind of the strains. One is the Rhizopus or the Aspergillus. This is one kind of the fungi. And another one is the yeast, Saccharomyces cerevisiae, to ferment of the alcohol or something like that. Okay. Anyway, so as an introduction of my city, Kobe, there are many famous place for the Japanese rice fermented alcohol production site. Okay, before the starting. Oh, Ilya-san, the professor. So maybe 2018 maybe.
Yeah, in Korea.
In Korea maybe. Eh?
Yes.
There, every year that we went to the international conference. So I'm one of the chair of this one. So I take my student. So at that time you were maybe first year, second year doctor at that time. We went to the Seoul and joined some banquet with my student or something like that. Okay. So something like that. My laboratory, there are many activities. And this is the current my student pictures. So at that time, the one female from the age, maybe you know.
Yeah, Tagli.
The Tagli, she got a Ph.D. in our universities. And for celebrating the house, we gather everybody. So there are many overseas people that she came from the Belgium and she from the Gogol and she came from Mauritius and also the Indonesia something. There are many Indonesian people in my laboratory. Okay. And this is also the picture with the overseas peoples in my laboratories. So yeah, if we have something the intent to our laboratories, please ask the Nova Sensei because there are many good opportunities to take research in my laboratories in the future. Okay. So I just start my lecture, but just before that, I just explained the one slide. Why reason I have the good connection with the Indonesian university. So 10 years ago, around 2011 or 2012, at the time, we got a big budget supported by JICA. JICA is one of the ministry section of the Japanese government. They supported us with the much amount of the budget for making a good communication between Japan and Indonesia at the time. So at that time, we discussed well the research topic about the biorefinery. They collaborate together with Kobe, and also the Indonesian side is UI, and the other time is LIPI. Now it's just changed to the green. So now we have the good collaboration and also the network between Kobe and green. So our laboratory, there are many students from the green or the now. So I didn't remember the camera came from the green.
Yes.
Sunny also green.
Yes.
Green are also
Green.
Yes.
Jalur green.
Jalur green.
Randy
green.
Only Fahmi from.
Fahmi also green.
Also green.
Green.
Okay.
All came from green, but now they are the student in our laboratory in master course or doctoral course. Okay. So this project is just a 5 years project, but from the 2012 and by the 2017 we already finished 18 yes. Finished the first project, but fortunately from this year we started a second project regarding this one, collaborate together with the Novas. Dr. Novas. So, would you please ask her about the detail if you have the intent? But this one is just focused on the biorefinery. Okay, so biorefinery, that means is the two. I just mentioned that from next slide. Okay. So anyway, so Kobe University is one of the famous university in Japan in the field of the biorefinery. So biorefinery is the fermentation and conversion of the bio, something like that, blah, blah, blah. There are many equipment, many equipment only, but equipment and also the good activity right now. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Okay, I will start. I would like to start the lecture. Okay, sometimes I just ask you. Okay, please remind this point. Okay. Okay, from now, before starting, if there are some question, please raise a hand. Or during the lecture, if we have some question, I can accept any question, all question. Please raise a hand at the time if we have some question. Okay. So I just explained first is biorefineries. So biorefinery, this is like the analogy term with the oil refinery. Do you know oil refinery? Everybody, did you take a lecture of the chemical engineering? No? Some. Do you know chemical? Okay, do you know chemical engineering? Did you take a lecture of the chemical engineering or the unit operation? Please raise the hand. Oh, no. Oh, you are shy. You're shy. Okay, I just explained. So, in the case of the oil refineries, may please show the left side. So, by using of the heavy oil or the crude oil on here, So by the distillation, that means the separation process. Yeah. After that, we could separate several fractions from the light fraction to the heavy fractions. That means they depend on the molecular weight. Okay. So all of fractions we could use for the several like type of the applications. So for instance, in the case of the gas, they're like in this one is the carbon dioxide is not so easy to use, but methylene, ethylene, something the gas fraction there is the used for the polymerization to the polyethylene or something like that. And the gasoline is the, maybe you know, gasoline is used for the fuel for car. Yeah? And kerosene also very famous as a jet fuel. Yeah? And diesel oil also the famous as like fuel for the car or truck or the electric generators. And maybe fuel oil, this is something of the heavy oil, is used for the other application, such like a polymerization of the fiber or something like that. And residues, this is the other famous as the asphalt to make road. Okay, so from the crude oil, we could separate several fractions, and there are many applications. Maybe you can understand. This the overall the concept we usually set as oil refinery. So the by following this concept, we create a new technical terminology, biomass refinery. Sometimes we say biorefinery, or sometimes we use biomass refinery. Okay, so before starting these lectures, I just ask you the additional question for the some over the guy. Okay, okay. You. Okay, what is biomass? Sorry, how old are you? What is your the year course now in university? First year, second year, third year, fourth year version?
Second year.
Second year. Did you get the normal sentence class already? Okay, ask you, what is biomass? I just go to the district. Okay, next one. Third one. Okay, please say me. Oh, do not use Google.
Do not use Google.
Okay, what is biomass? Okay, next one. Huh? Organic compound. Organic compound. Organic compound came from like palm oil. Oh, good answer. Came from palm oil. What is biomass? Organic product came from plant. Plant. What kind of plant? Okay, last one.
Biomass is renewable organic material that come from animal or plant.
Animal. Okay, thank you. Is it okay? Okay. Okay, everything is fine.
Yes,
Good answer. Okay, there are many definitions of the biomass, but the biomass is the organic material came from the any kind of the plant, including palm oil, rice, or the sugar cane, or also the wood, the grasses, something like that. And also from the animal, the waste fraction of the animal also they're defined as a biomass. So that means the wide definition of the biomass is the biomaterial came from the carbon dioxide with the photosynthesis. This is all the resources that defined as a biomass. So, but typically, such like as you can see here, like wheat, grasses, or the wood, or the sugarcane, or something like that, is the one of the popular the biomass. Okay, so among the biomass, there are many, not many, but there are three major components. Did you take to everybody this one? Okay, ask you again. This way. You. No, you. What is there are three components in biomass. Major component. Oh, you. Oh. What is major? This three components. Oh, yeah. Answer is please. You know? Huh?
Just answer. I don't know. The answer is
Yeah. Their answers. Do you know? Do you know that?
do you know?
Cellulose, hemicellulose, lignin. Is it right? Right? Yeah, right. Thank you. Okay, so there are many. There are three main components. Sorry.
It's okay. Sir.
It's okay. So the most of the biomass. So in the case of but before that there are required one definition. So there are two types of the biomass. One is three type of the material biomass. One is the starch. Second one is the lignocellulose. Third one is the plant oil, such like a palm oil or like coconut oil or something like that. But in the case of the lignocellulose, this one, in that case, there are three main components: cellulose, hemicellulose, and lignin. Okay. So in that case, so there are many, how can I say, tight connection of each component between the cellulose, hemicellulose, and lignin. So it's too hard to separate each other. But after separation of these three components, cellulose, hemicellulose, lignin, in that case, we can hopefully utilize each component for the how can I say, to the downstream processing. So by analogy of the oil refinery, if we can separate to this component, in that case we can use all of the separated component to the fiber or production of the ethanol or something like that. So we call this strategy as the biomass refinery or biorefinery. Okay, so by these strategies, okay, so you can see here. Okay, so in that case, as I mentioned, by the solar energy and the carbon dioxide uptaking to the plant, that means the photosynthesis. So by this photosynthesis, we can immobilize the carbon dioxide from the atmosphere to the plant. Okay. Okay. So okay, just ask you one question to the next one. Everybody is shy. Okay, this way. Do you know the carbon dioxide concentration in atmosphere? It's very general question, not biomass. Okay? Everybody, do you know the carbon dioxide concentration in atmosphere right now? Oh, you're a good guy, so I can't order you. Other people. Do you know? Everybody? Hmm? No. This is the oxygen concentration. 20% is in atmosphere, 20%, almost 20% is oxygen, and 80% is nitrogen. Nitrogen. But my question, how much concentration of the carbon dioxide in atmosphere? Do you know?
Yes.
Okay. Say.
Okay, for me, carbon dioxide in the natural is maybe less than 1%.
Exactly. But my question is, please answer more actual concentration. Less than 1% is okay. But would you please say me again by the ppm?
Oh, for 441. 821.
Great. Please make applause. Okay, that's great. Yeah, recently, you are very good knowledge you have. Okay, so now the carbon dioxide concentration in atmosphere is up to the more than 450 or something like that. Yeah. So the one of the problem in this issue is by increasing of the carbon dioxide concentration, there are many unexpected problem occurs in the weather. So in Indonesia, there are some the climate changing program. What kind of one? Squall or the typhoon or something?
No, it's not like that, but sometimes the flood, yeah, because of the rainy is so
the flooding or something. Okay. In Japan, maybe nobody can imagine, but in the summer of Japan, too much hot. Maybe, you know that. Which one is more comfortable in here and
in Indonesia.
in Indonesia?
In summer, if we compare the summer,
Which one is more better? In
Indonesia.
Indonesia is better. In Japan, in summer, this year's summer is the 1 month, all days, the temperature is more than the 38 degrees, and too much high humidity.
Yes.
So too much tough for everybody. It's also caused by the carbon dioxide concentrations that may be problem. So, and also in Japan, we have a lot of typhoon squall in the summer. when I was young, maybe 30 years ago or 40 years ago, there are no typhoon in the summer. We had a small of the typhoon only in autumn around October, something like that at that time. But increasing of the concentration of the carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, now the weather situation in the summer is quite changed in Japan. So now Japanese government, not only Japanese government, but also the maybe Indonesian government also, that want to try to immobilize carbon dioxide, immobilize or utilize carbon dioxide. So if we can uptake, or if you can utilize carbon dioxide directly to produce something of the chemical fuel, something like that, is very, how can I say, there are many benefits for the human being. Yeah? Because they can reduce carbon dioxide concentration and also to prevent some of the climate changing problems, something like that. Okay, so and another one is we also prevent to use the fossil oil. This is also the one of the benefit. So now some of the researchers in the world try to use the biomass because the biomass is a good feedstock after the immobilization of the carbon dioxide. So this way, sorry. Okay. So the carbon dioxide uptake to the biomass and then they separate to the several fraction on here and apply to the fermented by the microbe for the fermentation of the chemical, fuel, something like blah, 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 and apply also the use for the biopolymer, biofuel, something like that. And after that, most of these bio-based material will be burned or the naturally degraded to the carbon dioxide again. So this is very, how can I say, good sustainable circular system. Okay, so by using this biorefinery system, we want to establish this one. So this is our final goal, and this is my hope. Okay. So please remember today, this is the biorefinery. And now me and Nova Sensei, Professor Nova,
No.
Dr. Nova, and my team in Japan and in Indonesia, we want to establish this one. Okay. In that case, there are many requirements of the knowledge about biotechnologies knowledge and chemistry knowledges and the biochemical engineering knowledges, everything under these they require knowledge is required for establish this one. Okay. Okay, this slide is showing again about the schematic diagram of the biorefinery. So from biomass, as I mentioned, there are many types of the biomass, the woody biomass, the gaseous biomass, and by the bioprocess, we hope to convert to the alcohol deal, something like the blah, 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 blah. It depends on the microbe strain or something like that. After that, by collaborating with the companies, for instance, in the case of the fuel, yeah, if we have some collaboration with the fuel company, such like Pertamina in Indonesia, in that case, we can create a new business story, yeah, collaborate together with the oil companies. And by this strategy, there are many good impacts, such like creation of the large market, new market, or the oil-free renewable resources, the using strategies, and the carbon dioxide reduction in atmosphere. And enhancement of the agriculture. That means the enhancement. Now, in Japan, we have the big problem in the agriculture because the population of the agriculture, the farmer, is now decreased drastically. So by this strategy, we want to create a new job in agriculture the industry. Okay, but anyway, so there are many good impacts by these strategies. Okay, so I just moved to some of the introduction part. Okay. Okay, from now, is there some questions? We already passed the 30 minutes. That's 45 minutes already?
45.
Oh, do you have some questions? Is it okay? This speed is okay for the student?
Okay.
Do you have some question? Comment? No? Okay. Okay, so next one, we just show you the potential of Indonesia. Okay? Indonesia, I guess your country is too much attractive in the point of view of the biomass utilizations. Maybe one of the attractive country in the world, maybe. Because as you can see here, there are many type of the agro crops. Okay. So like lava wood, logging residue, this is such like wood, or the some temper. What is this one? I didn't know that.
The residue when you
Tapioca?
solder. It's like a solder.
Okay. And also the sugar residues from this is like sugarcane or the rice, coconuts, palm oil. There are many type of the biomass in Indonesia. Okay, so our collaborating the project, we want to focus on this second project. We just focus on the palm oil or the pineapple or cassava or something like that. Not shown here, but there are many the attractive one. So before that, by collaborating together with Dr. Nova, we use the 1 or 2 fraction of the palm oil industry to waste fraction. Okay, but anyway, so there are many resources. So please remember that Indonesia is very good one. And now from Japanese, as a Japanese, I just say you now Japanese, not all, but some of the chemical company or the food company or the cosmetics company or the something like that have intent to make a collaboration to the Indonesian the plantation, because there are many good resources. Because these Japanese companies want to change the feedstock from the oil to the biomass. But not only Japanese companies. I have some connection with the European chemical industry companies. They also have the same strategy. But in the case of European countries case, there are 2 options. One is that they have the strategy to make a collaboration with the African countries, because they are so close from between the European and the African countries. But they also have the intent to visit here to make a good collaboration with these biomass companies. Okay, but in Japanese companies case, we want to make sure the good collaboration on the bridge with here. Not only Indonesia, but also the Malaysia, Thailand also are there. But the biomass production potential in Indonesia is the highest one among the Thailand, Malaysia, Indonesia, Philippines, something like that, except the China. Okay, but something like that. And Indonesia is very good location. There good reason. Do you know this reason? Indonesia is the highest production country among them. Do you know this reason? Yeah, biomass. Why reason? Do you know the why reason? Yeah, that's why. But why the Indonesian could be produce a much amount of biomass compared with the other countries? Yeah, tropical country, right? But Thailand, Malaysia, also the tropical country. But among them, why? Yeah. One of the reasons the big country, there are many islands. I know that. But yeah, this is one of the reasons. But there are another reason. Do you know that? You know that? Over there, guy? Please say.
Okay, I think because Indonesia have a lot of resources, and then
Resources?
resources because we have a lot of forest.
Okay.
Because the biomass from
Yeah.
made from the plant. So Indonesia have a lot of forest, so we can make a lot of biomass from them.
Yeah, this is one of the good answers. Okay.
Because Indonesia in equator zone.
Equatorial?
Equator zone.
Oh, okay.
So that make Indonesian have highest one of highest potential biomass.
Yeah, everything is right. All the answer is right. But my answer is different.
Oh, why, sir? Why?
I learned before Indonesia located on the equator.
Yeah.
So there are no typhoon.
Yes.
But Thailand, Philippines, other countries, there are some of the typhoon. So by swing a typhoon, after swing a typhoon, some of the crops, other crops is falling down. Something like that. There are many problems. So in the case of the Philippines, there are many sugarcane factory and sugarcane plantation, but the summer season, after summer season, by spring, many typhoons are there. So some of the agro crops are falling down, and it's not used for the next process. So this is one of the reasons I realize that. Can you agree to my answers? Though, how do you think about that?
Yeah, I agree because the equator line. So Indonesia is an equator zone, so there is only two seasons also in Indonesia. Yes, summer and also rainy season. So it makes really easy for the biomass to grow.
Okay. Thank you for your support. But anyway, so there are many reasons about the Indonesia for the biomass the production. Okay, so please remember this one. Okay, anyway, there are many good biomass and this one. Okay, and another one the answer to the Indonesia. There are many big the cultivation sites like plantation, because in the case of the sugar cane, did you go to the sugarcane factory
Not yet.
before? Did you go to palm oil mill factories?
Not yet.
Nobody know. Oh, really? I went to several times in Indonesia. Okay. In factories, the how can I say, the farmer already bring the old biomass to the factory. That means there are some collection system biomass. So if we want to use this biomass at that time, we can easily collect all of the biomass in factories. This is very good, attractive strategy for the biorefinery. This is one of the reasons. So there are many reasons. So ecotourism and big land and big forestry, and also the good system for the collection of biomass, and also the weather is also attractive for the biomass production cultivation. There are many reasons, but anyway, so Indonesia, there are many good biomasses. Okay, so from that, I just changed some of the lecture to the more scientific one. Okay, so please change your mind. Okay, sorry, I bring much of the slide.
It's okay.
Okay. Okay, in Kobe universities, sorry, at first I generally say to all of you, for the production of the fuel or the chemical from the biomass, there are need several steps in generally. So in Kobe, we create the 6 research core. We call as a research engine. So first one is the biomass resources. They're like bleeding. I already mentioned to you there are many good the biomass resources in Indonesia, but in Japan we also bleed several biomass resources such like rice, sorghum, something like that. And the second engine is the pre-treatment. Pre-treatment, that means the separation of the each fraction of the lignocellulose. From lignocellulose to cellulose, hemicellulose, lignin, or something like starch or something like that. This is very important step. And the third one is the cell factory. That means after separation of the feedstock, we want to convert to the ethanol, fuel, chemical, something by micro. So we need culture collection of the microbe and also the required gene modification strategy. Okay. The first one is bioprocess, then fermentation by the big fermenter or the unique fermenter or something. It's required. So maybe you already take a lecture from the Dr. Nova about the bioprocess and the cell factory, something like that. Bioprocess, okay. Which kind of bioprocess? Fermentation, like simultaneous fermentation, saccharification, SHF or something.
Yes.
Everybody know?
No, I don't know.
Okay. but okay, we could produce fuel or chemical by microbe fermentation, but after that we need to separate or purify of this one. Purification process is very important. So Kobe, we create a new technology. That means the membrane separation technology for this one. Okay, the last engine is we also want to evaluate of the safety level of these chemicals or something like that. This is not the research one. This is like social science part. But anyway, so to establish the biorefinery from the biomass to the final product, there are many concern issues. Okay, can you understand my explanations? Okay, so my major field major field is the research engine 2 and 3, 4, and 5. From 2 and 5 is my major part. Okay, and Dr. Nova in charge for the fuel production in my laboratory from the 2017 to 2022. 21 for 6 years, 5 years.
4 years.
4 years. 4 years. Okay, something like this. Okay.
5 years until
5 or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay. So there are many good activities. So today from now, I just briefly introduce you our current research topics, but by using a more basic term. Okay. Okay. Ask you again. What is the lignocellulose? There are main 3 components. Major component is cellulose. The second one is hemicellulose. And the third one is the lignin. These 3 components tightly connect each other. So, I just ask you one question. Other people. Okay, you guys. Sorry. Over here. Get out. What is component of this paper? My question, among these 3 components, which is major component of this paper? Right? Is it right? Okay, right. This is the paper, and this is consists maybe more than 90% of one of the cellulose. Okay, so this is the cellulose. How to make a cellulose paper? Do you know that? How to make it? Yeah, do you know? Huh? From wood. Okay. From wood. How to make it?
Ayo, udah dikasih lecture.
How? How to make a pulp? So my question is very simple. What is? What is? Yes. What is the material of this? Wood. Yeah, right. It is very soft. It is very soft. Hard. Why different?
Because
Okay, who will explain it? Yes, right.
Because from the different process. So if we make the things, we not convert this material into the soft material, but in this paper we convert the material into the pulp. So
Yeah,
become the soft one. Something.
what is soft one?
The paper.
Paper is the soft.
Yeah.
But do you know what is the original material of these papers? Fiber? No. Cellulose fiber. Yeah, cellulose fiber. But where came from the cellulose fiber? From? Wood. Yeah, right. So from wood it is something like that.
Yeah.
But why? Too much difference. This is too much hard. This is very soft. Why this difference is?
Because the grading process.
Degrading process?
Yeah.
chemical process. What kind of chemical process?
Chemical component.
What kind of chemical component?
Like for making paper, we use bitter and wood and soda from wood.
Why vinegar? Why vinegar?
Bitter.
Why vinegar not to use meat? Why vinegar?
Liquid. It's by chemical process.
Yeah, chemical process. But usually, generally, okay. Thank you for us answering. So, my suggestion to all of you, this one, why reason of this rigid structures?
Sorry.
Because okay,
There's a lot of lignin here.
right. There are many lignin and make a good tight connection with the cellulose and the hemicellulose. Yeah, that's good answer. So the wood is the make it how can I say part the rigid structure, but they answer this one is it came from the cellulose only. So there are no lignin. Was quite lower concentration lignin. So it is very good how can I say soft material. Okay. Oh, it take a time. Okay, it's okay.
It's okay.
Okay, anyway, so in the case of the biomass for the biorefinery, as I mentioned, so it's too hard to degrade by the biomass by the enzyme something at first. So on this slide mentioned, the biomass cannot convert directly to the final product due to the lignin and the tight connection between the lignin and the cellulose or something like that. Okay, so we need to apply biomass pretreatment at first, okay, to separate or to remove the lignin from the woody biomass fraction, something like that. Okay, this one is very important. After that, the cellulose fraction, something like that, or the kraft pulp can be applied for the fermentation with the degrading enzyme, something like that. Okay. At that time, we can produce the chemical or the fiber or something like that from this one. So, as a biomass pretreatment equipment, our university we already installed several of the equipment to apply to the rice straw or the sorghum or something like that. So this is a bigger equipment that collaborate together with Mitsubishi Heavy Industry in Japan. And also this is steam explosion, the biomass pretreatment equipment. This equipment usually, how can I say, exposed to the biomass with the high temperature and the high pressure. So this one usually they construct the network, collaborate bonding between the cellulose and the hemicellulose and the lignin. So it's very important, of course, as a first step for the degradation. So this is also the good equipment. After that, we want apply to the degradation process of the cellulose to the glucose by collaborate together with the enzyme activity of the cellulase. So this one is one of our research result collaborate together with the paper companies in Japan. So some of the people say kraft pulp, the company will automatically create a kraft pulp. It's also depend on the there are many type of the type, but after that, due to the lignin removing, so it is easy to degrade. So at that time, as I mentioned, after that, we use the unique microbes. We can easily degrade this cellulose fraction to the glucose and uptake to the microbe and the ferment to the ethanol, something like that. I will explain after that, this one. But anyway, so first step of the biomass pretreatment is very important for the biorefinery. So even now, there are many research results in the world, but there are no good choice the achievement. So we are going on to continue to do the research of this one. Okay. Sorry, I just show you one of our recent research. So this is very difficult to, so that I can't say you. But anyway, recently we established one of the good one. So you can see here. Okay, I just show you. So this the light tube. This one is the, so we use the alcohol, the 1-pentanol, this is a normal pentanol with biomass and acid to separate the biomass. So after these reactions, we could separate 3 components automatically. So this black liquor phase is the lignin. Most of it came from lignin. And mid-down the phase, this transparent phase is the xylose from the hemicellulose. This is the only hemicellulose. And the bottom one is the cellulose. This is solid fractions. So by the one reaction, we could separate automatically cellulose fraction at the bottom and hemicellulose fraction at the middle and the lignin at the upper phase. So this is very unique strategy to separate with one time. So we published several papers regarding this one, and now we are ongoing of the collaboration with the industry to scaling up this equipment. Okay, anyway, so there are many results, but please remember that the separation of the biomass is very important. Okay. And okay, so next one, I also show you some of the enzymatic conversion process. In the case of the, what time is it?
9:14.
Okay, so in the case of the cellulose, there's something, this one, cellulose, for the degradation of this cellulose to the glucose, in that case, there are requirement of several enzymes. So how can I say, this line is the schematic as a cellulose. And this, you can see here the 4 kind of can you know that? Do you know Pac-Man? Do you know Pac-Man? Pac-Man is like game. Yeah, in Japan. So usually in Japan, we usually illustrate the enzyme as a Pac-Man, something like that. Okay, because eating something like that. So for the degradation of the cellulase, it requires the 4 species of the different cellulase. The endoglucanase, cerebriohydrase 1 and 2, and the beta glucosidase. By the combination, synergistic combination of these 4 kinds of the enzyme is very important for the efficient degradation of the cellulose. Okay, but I'm not sure which, how can I say, ratio is more better for the degradation of the enzyme. So this is very important point for, how can I say, make a mixture of the cellulase for the industry. So our laboratories, this is too much old our laboratory topics. So yeah, this is arming Buddha. Do you know the arming in Indonesia? There are some Buddhas.
There is.
Buddha, but there are no arming Buddha. So this Buddha have the 1,000 arms, but only the maybe on this picture only the 100 times arm or something. But on a Buddha, not Muslim, sorry, Buddha, they are very, how can I say, symbolic, as a symbolic statues. This one is we usually respect as a arming Buddha. Japanese name is Senju Kannon. Senju, that means having the 1,000 arm. Okay, so this one is there are many hands, and there are many hands, so it's easy to handle with this 1,000 hand. That means by analogy of this arming Buddha, we create new microbe having a lot of the arm on the surface of the microbe. So our collaborator in the United States, the name, oh, your microbe is such like a arming yeast, because the yeast and having a lot of the arm on the surface. So we usually call arming yeast by analogy to the arming Buddha. Okay, something like that. So this arming yeast have the more than 1 million arm on the surface of the each strain. 1 million arm. Yeah. We can't count, but maybe more than 1 million on the surface. Okay, so by gene modification of the yeast strains, we could display several types of the cell layers on the surface. Okay, can you understand this one? So this process is too much difficult because of gene modification. There are many gene modifications, but finally we created this cell layers displaying the yeast strain. So in that case, on the surface of the yeast, we could how can I say, initiate of this cellulose degradation by combination with the cellulase on the surface, and the final product of the glucose also the automatically uptake by the yeast strain to convert to the ethanol from the glucose. So by using this one, we could produce easily the ethanol from the glucose cellulose. This is the previous achievement. Maybe 20 years ago, our achievement. Maybe. This is published on 2004. Yeah. So by using this one, from the cellulose, amorphous cellulose, we could show you the good productivity of the ethanol, something like that. And after that, as I mentioned, so ratio of the cellulase is very important. But nobody knows which ratio is very, how can I say, effective for the degradation. So at that time, we applied the gene modification strategy to the disarming yeast strain. So at first, we created 3 kinds of plasmid with the different enzyme and introduced to the yeast strain. This is a genetic modification strategy. After that, I'm not sure what kind of the different expressing ratio on the surface, because this is the unexpected phenomena by the researchers. But there are many, how can I say, library of with the different relation of this brain. So please understand. So this color is the maybe meaning of the different type of the yeast strain with the having the different of the cellulose ratio. But after that, after creating this the library, we apply this one to the shark. This is the like agarose plate with only the cellulose containing cellulose. So if the strain want to survive on the surface of this cellulose plate, at that time, maybe most effective ratio of the cellulose strain could be growth or more easily. Okay, so by combination of this screening system, we try to find out the best relation of the cellulose strain. And fortunately, we find out the best one by the, how can I say, the repeated strain of this screening system. So this is the first screening, second round screening, and the third round screening. So the number 6, the strain have the more effective the cellulose ratio for the degradation of the cellulose compared with the second one. This is the first trial cases. So by using of the several gene modification strategies, we could optimize the ratio of the cellulose degradation. So that's all this one. And after that, we also applied this technology to the other biomass pretreatment system. This is the ionic liquid biomass pretreatment. So this is also our publication. And this one also, by using this one, okay, I just skipped some of the slide, but fortunately, by collaboration with the arming yeast and the ionic liquid, the treated biomass, we could observe the, how can I say, good degradation profile of the biomass by using the arming yeast, as you can see here. So anyway, something like that. Our team in Kobe, we established of the arming technology. This is display technology and of the enzyme on the surface, and also that we have the good result of the ethanol fermentations. Yeah, something like that. So just skip. And something. Okay, we also apply to the sugarcane of this one, but sorry, there are many, but and also apply again of this screening and also the optimize for the sugarcane or something like that. But there are many results, but skip, sorry. And also something like that. Okay. So now our laboratories, they have the good collaboration with the sugarcane company and the paper companies to produce ethanol. This is the two situations here. Something like that. Okay, so our team in Kobe, we have the good strategy for research. First one is, as I mentioned now, arming technologies. Left hand of this slide, left side. And now our team also have the good facility for the metabolome. This is the how can I say, metabolite analyzing strategies. Today I didn't mention this part because it's too much complicated. So if you have some intent, please ask to Dr. Nova. So now our team in Kobe combined together with the arming technology and the omics strategies to breed good microbe for the not only ethanol but also the other chemical production strategies. Okay, so please remember arming yeast. Okay, and my team in Kobe. Today I just show you one of the example of the Saccharomyces cerevisiae for the ethanol fermentations. But there are many types of the microbe applications. Noha Sensei, do you know? Did you take like microbes the definition to the old student?
I think we have in bioprocess for the first term we explain about the cell factories.
Okay, so you also the another lecture. So in a case of sorry, I will cross through later, please. So in a case of ethanol fermentations, we usually use Saccharomyces cerevisiae as a strain. But in the case of the amino acid fermentations, we use other type of bacteria, Corynebacterium glutamicum. This is a very famous one for the producing of amino acid. And in the case of the Aspergillus lysase, we use this strain for the protein production, such like amylase, cellulase, something like that. And case of the streptomyces case, we use this strain for the antibiotics production, antibiotics, such as chemicals. And Escherichia coli is very famous as a typical strain to the gene modification, but not used for the production. And the last one, lactobacillus, we use for the production of the lactic acid or something like that. So anyway, by choosing of the microbe and also the applied gene modification, we can produce many kind of the fuel and the chemicals. Okay, last part, we just show you the membrane separation technologies. After fermentation, the concentration of the product is quite low, even using of the good microbe. So by application of the collaboration with the membrane separation technologies, we can concentrate this ethanol concentration. So in that case, we also have the collaboration with the companies to receive the membrane. But anyway, after the fermentation, we apply the fermented culture media with the membrane distillation system, something like that. Okay, so this is the last slide today. This is the, how can I say, take-home message from me to all of you. So please remember biorefinery. And this one is the chemical and the fuel production from the biomass. Collaborate together with the gene modified microbes. Please remember that. Okay? Thank you. Thank you again. It's okay.
Okay, thank you very much for your great lectures today, Sensei. So maybe for the students, if you have, is it okay if I open the questions?
Yes.
Sessions? Okay, if you have any questions, so you can ask him directly now. And also from the online Zoom, you can raise your hand to ask your questions directly now and open your and unmute yourself. So in the room, is there any questions? Okay, please. So please please introduce yourself before you ask.
Okay. First of all, thank you for having me. Let me introduce myself. My name is Ph.D. I'm the student of industrial chemical technology. So actually, I have two questions for the sensei. First, I I really want to know the regulation of in the Japan because it is different in the Indonesia, right? So maybe in the Japan have a lot of regulation that really restriction. So maybe Sensei can tell us about the regulation of Japan that maybe can we know and then we can search for it because in Indonesia for me I think in Indonesia has a lot of potential but a lot of regulation that can block the reformation. So maybe can Sensei tell us about the regulation. And then the second question, maybe I have interesting in to study or work in Japan. Maybe Sensei can tell us about the opportunity to get that
Scholarship.
yes, something like this. Thank you.
Okay, which one to answer that?
Okay. Thank you for your question for me. So the first one is the regulation that you mentioned.
Yes.
Regulation. What I'm worried about what kind of regulations? There are many regulations in Japan.
Oh, maybe because Indonesia have a lot of conflict of interest. So in Indonesia we have a lot of research, but when we want to
Industrial.
yes, industrial, it's really hard.
Yeah.
But maybe in Japan it's opening or
Especially for collaborating with industries and things.
Okay, that's questions. In Japan, regarding the collaboration between the academic and the industry, there are no regulation, no limitation. So if each side agree to do that, in that case, it is easy to launch the business, collaborate together with the industry and the academics. But even this situation in Japan, there are no big success for the biorefinery in Japan. There are another reason. One of the big reason is the cost. Economical, the balance. So that's the main problem in Japan. So, but now, do you know the Ukraine crisis? Something like that. Now the crude oil prices in the world market is increasing up. So from the last year, there are another opinion again. So the biomass is the alternative the resources. And also there's some possibility to apply to the chemical industries. So now, due to the Ukraine crisis, it's unfortunately, but fortunately, this is a good opportunity for the biomass right now. So this is first regarding first your question, and the second one, yes, if we want to get the job opportunity in Japan, yeah, in my laboratory there are many same the how can I say the Indian person from Indonesia. So I just say to all the students, first, please come to Japan. Please come to Japan, not Kobe. Other places acceptable. And the second one, sorry, this is Japanese company's problem. Japanese company is too much shy as well as you. So they can't speak English well. The working person in Japanese company, now the population of the English speaking people is increasing, but not so high. And even in Japanese university, including Kobe, the Japanese student too much shy. So even they have the good potential to learn the English and also the speaking English, but hesitate to speak English.
Yes.
No.
Yes, although I had a friend that she got a high
TOEIC score around more than 800. I forgot Sensei, but when I talked to her, she didn't reply.
Yeah. So yeah, that's one of the reasons. So please take Japanese language speaking after coming to Japan. So my friend, not my friend, the Dr. Novas, the supervisor in our laboratories. I'm also the supervisor, but there are another supervisor, Jerome.
Yes.
Jerome. Jerome, he came from the Ghana in Africa, but at the beginning to start the study, he couldn't speak any Japanese. But within 1 year, 1 year,
Yes.
I can't say a reason here, but his the Japanese skill growing up, and finally after the graduation of the doctoral course, he got the position in the Japanese companies.
And married with Japanese.
Yeah, married with a Japanese, the female. And after that, very good point. After that, this company established the branch office in Ghana. So he can travel by the business with the company's the fee from Japan to the Ghana, his own country, and frequently going around. So this is very good the point for him, something like that. So please come to Japan and getting the position in a Japanese company and working on Indonesia and Japan frequently. Please do that in the future. So this is my suggestion to you. Okay.
Okay. So how is it funding?
No.
Okay. So
funding, we have a lot of funding. Funding.
Yes. If you want to get also scholarship or continuing your study, you can discuss, or you can discuss with us if you have an interest to continue your study with a scholarship, maybe max or anything else. So, but one thing that you need to remember, you need to prepare the English and Japanese language if you want to study in Japan. At least you can know what the people say to you.
Yeah. Sorry, this is a Japanese side program, but this is real situations.
But for me, it's okay. Although I cannot speak Japanese, I can finish my study well.
Oh, good situation.
Okay, is there any questions from other students? Okay, it about the absence link. So if I will show you the link for all of the students to fill in for today's classes. So please fill the registration link after the class. Any questions? Just ask. Okay. Oh.
No.
Sorry.
Sorry, Sensei.
Thank you very much, Ogino Sensei. Welcome to Universitas Pelajaran. Okay. I think not all of the students know about me. My name is Irwan. So directly to the question. Maybe Sensei show before if you want to do bioprocessing by using the microbe. So we need to pre-treat it first.
Yes.
So it's more easier to digest by the microbe, right? So this a lot of the pre-treatment process, but which one the best of the pre-treatment process that maybe proper to to make the bioprocessing is more robust or more good performance.
Yes.
such as maybe alkaline pretreatment or crafting process is too harsh for the bio it's like for microbe, right? Maybe that's my question.
Okay, thank you, Sensei, for the next question.
Okay.
So this one, sorry, so regarding of the biomass pre-treatment, there are many type of the strategies. Yeah, as I mentioned, I didn't have the, how can I say, best answer to these your questions because there are no, how can I say, optimized one. But in our industries, now in the United States, the most of the company use only the diluted acid, the lowest one, because the diluted acid is very, how can I say, cheaper compared to the other one, even though there are many byproduct generations. So, and maybe the ideal one is a biological one. So by using microbe to degrade completely, but it takes a long time, more than 1 year, more than 2 years, something. So by considering of the cost and the time, and also the equipment, the cost of something like that, maybe diluted acid is the best one. Now, this is my answer to you. Is it okay? Okay, thank you. Okay.
Okay. So is it sorry, questions?
Yeah.
One Sensei?
Maybe if I want to ask any.
I just ready because we are in one team. Okay. Is there any questions in chat box?
This is maybe message.
I think right hand, Adriana right hand.
Ah, okay. This is also the lecture here.
Okay.
Fadriana, would you want to ask?
Yes, thank you, Sensei, for your great presentation. Previously, you mentioned about the use of metabolomic for chemical fuels, bioplastic, biofibers, and biofine chemicals. When in a fermentation process, we use the metabolomic for detect dynamic of the bioactive compound that increase or decrease along the fermentation cultivation time. But what is the purpose you use the metabolomic in fuels or biofibers? Is it to detect the byproduct only, or you have to concern about the additional compound that may rise along the process? Thank you, Sensei.
Okay, next questions. So, good question, because we didn't establish when of the how can I say, actual detection of the metabolome during the fermentation by the genomic strategies. So now our strategy there are two types. One is the dynamic analysis. That means the time course, taking a sample and analyze the all type of the time of the metabolome, but it takes a lot of the time and also the cost. So as simply we just apply like a snapshot the system of the metabolomics by the one time of the sampling. So it is easy to understand of the how can I say, accumulated intermediate in the metabolomic pathway. So in that case, we could understand of the which step is such like a limiting step or not. So after that, we will consider again of the how can I say, improve of the pathway of this limiting step or something like that. This is the current situation of for the omic strategy utilization for the fermentation. Is it okay?
So how is it, Adriana?
Okay, Sensei. Thank you. But one more question. So if you have discovered the limiting process or limiting what is that? Limiting that limit the product. You have to the next things you do is the genome editing, right? Or another thing.
Yes, thank you. So usually, for the application to the industrial case, the genome editing is the first choice for the editing of the metabolic phosphate. And the second one is for the enhancement of the activity of the limiting step. We usually use like how can I say? Housekeeping in the enhancement by it is also the genome editing or something like that. But the last one is by using the plasmid system to overproduce the enzyme. But this one is gene modified, recognized as a GMO. Is okay?
Okay, thank you, Sensei, for your answer.
Yeah, because now she wants to continue her study and she is very interested to take the doctoral course on metabolism.
Oh, does she get some master course degree?
She has already got the master course, but now she tries to find a school or university for continuing this doctoral course, and she is very interested in metabolism.
Okay.
So I think it's enough for today's class. So please first give the applause for our lecturer today, Professor Ogino. So thank you very much, Sensei, for coming to Pajajaran University. We will have the photo session. Sensei, for today's presentation, I would like to give you an appreciation certificate of appreciation from our university to you, Sensei. Actually, we have the hard copy, but it's still on the way, Sensei. So this is the certificate of appreciation for today's classes, and I hope that next semester you can give us another lecture with more interesting.
Okay.
And also maybe we will have a photo session with lecturer and also all of the students with you, Sensei. So maybe I think here, Sensei. So for all of the students, please turn off the. Okay, for the students, please come to meet in the middle. Radit, can you take the picture, please? Later we will. Okay, so please go. Merapat, cepat.
Backlight kalau dari sini backlight. Jadinya
duduk.
bikin tidak lain.
In the middle. You understand?
Pas. Bisa dong, kita harus di depan. Kita pernah di depan.
Pak Iwan, Pak Edwin.
Di sini dong.
Oke.
Kelihatan nggak belakang?
Mungkin di bawah ada di bawah. Cowok di bawah.
Saya mau.
Sini. Ilham.
Boleh, Bu.
Atau jawab. Fajri.
Sebagian pulang. Ini fotografi nanti masukin.
Sampai Bapak ya.
Oke. 1, 2, 3. Sekali lagi yang tiga ya. 1, 2, 3. Terakhir.
Ntar gantian sama kasihan mau dipotong. Kasihan.
Jangan Bu Yusti. Adit aja Bu. Gak apa-apa.
Oh, ini aman. Ini aman. Iya,
Kampanye. 1, 2, 3. Oke, gaya terakhir.
Mana kita 5
Satu, 2, 3. Oke.
Okay, thank you very much. I will send you the pictures. I will send you the pictures.
Okay.
So, for the people in Zoom, I say that thank you very much for coming for today's lectures, and I hope that you can get.
Okay, Sensei, thank you very much.
From today's lecture.
Sorry, I mistake you.
It's no problem.
Thank you very much. I will close this
So Sensei will
today's class of
Jatinangor in
goodbye.
Today the first time, and today is the afternoon. I will go to the Bogo.
Oh, this afternoon.
This afternoon. Because today's evening we have a meeting in Bogo hotel regarding research project.
Okay.
And tomorrow I will make presentation in Bogo. After that I will go to the Jakarta.
And back to
And after tomorrow I have the meeting in Blin head office and the Ministry of the Energy in the Indonesian government. After that I will go back to Japan.
Sensei, maybe.
Yes.
I'm sorry, I cannot accompany you.
Okay. Don't worry about that. Yes.
So, because I have another class. Thank you very much, Sensei.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's my great pleasure.
It's my too.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, Sensei.
Hi.
Maybe you want to talk discuss
Okay, from now.
Yeah, but maybe it's what we just go. Yeah.
Oh. Oh. Crop level will come? No. So what kind of membrane?
What kind of membrane did you use? I'm using
What kind of polyimide membrane? Oh. Such like a alien membrane or download membrane?
membrane or
So my question is, there are four kinds of interpretation. nanofiltration membrane for the osmosis.
Yes, like and the second one is the
Okay.
but I invite my project for the everyday process.
So there are some another problem now.
Not because there is like I kept with the competition online. And there is not enough. Maybe Kimia dulu aja. Kimia dulu.
No problem.
Bu Yusi ini tinggal aja.
Kita mau bahas metro tapi kayak itu balik. Anissa di mana Anissa? Suruh ngomong kelurahan. Iya. Ternyata jadi dua mau ya karena itu mau dibantu kan duluan ketemu dia misalnya ya
Enggak tahu. Tapi gue
dari mana?
sorry satu malam dia bos. Sepedanya siapa? Dari kalian sewa. Itu sewa. Tidak dulu aja teh. Enggak. Memang nggak ada yang lain. Mending di sini aja. Kalau di sini nggak ada kafe.
Ada balik sini.
Ini
Kalian ada nggak guys? Ada.
ya dia kan manual juga ada. Ini udah beres ya? Udah Pak. Pak, kalau nanti kan misalnya kan kami pinjam nih ruangan ini, sama ini juga bisa nggak Pak?
Ini yang punya kimia.
Oh, kimia
Di sini mah nggak ada.
Oh, berarti segini juga ya?
Iya. Buat
minggu depan Pak, Desember
hari Rabu.
Iya.
Dari jam berapa sampai jam berapa?
Kalau untuk penggunaan di Denangnya sih Pak, dari siang sampai jam 3, dari jam 12
Sampai jam 3.
Iya.
Biasanya di sini hari Rabu itu dipakai biasanya sama kayu di statistik.
paling ya.
Kalau dia hybrid nanti aja.
Soalnya yang di DB itu kami yang pakai.
Iya, nanti aja paham aja.
Oh sih, istilahnya tuh murah itu singkatan dari kan juga. Bisa juga kalau banyak ya ini kalau masalah. Terus mau yang itu ada juga. Dan kamu itu ada juga. Ini kan ya apa ya? Iya, iya benar. Kata orang kayak gitu. Di mana artinya apa? Itu berarti
Kayak satunya kan? Siapa? Apa? Aduh.
Itu
Ada juga konfirmasi ada kocar.
kopi murah itu bikinnya tuh dari Jepang, kurangnya dari Tiga. Murah.
Dia tuh sama dia.
Ya, itu aku yang presentasi tadi mau yang ngaturin konsultasi novel, tahu kan? Itu.
Win.
Oh, itu nggak tahu sih aku sempat ateis juga. Serius aku sempat ateis. Karena aku kan awalnya kan di pondok pesantren, terus dulunya tuh aku jalur SNBT atau SMB. SNPTN. Kalau dulu itu bisa dibilang alasan aku jadi ateis itu nggak di filsafatnya, tapi ada sesuatu hal dan membuat itu jadi kayak gitu. Iya.
Kalau di Jakarta ya?
Apa?
Di Jakarta lebih enggak sih?
Enggak, di sini juga.
Iya, sama aja.
Sebenarnya lebih kota tuh di Bandung sih. Jadi itu kan ada gedung 1, gedung 2, dan gedung 2 itu semua di demo sama anak gedung 1. Iya, katanya tuh gedung 2 itu bukan milik dia apa-apa.
Udah sama menit lagi paling deh.
Iya, sama
Saling
kayak gitu. Malahan paling aku benci tuh kalau lagi musuh senior yang berbiji. Itu mereka masih ditambah padahal dia masih ada kapal masuk ke. Ya benar sih, sepak pendidikan kayak udah lulus mereka nggak ngapa-ngapain malah berkampus terus gitu. Karena aku juga di tuh keluar karena kakak sendiri kami dingin dan juga kalau lulus nggak akan jadi apa-apa, makanya aku DPK lagi. Lolos tuh di IPB. Karena di IPB kata aku sendiri pernah punya kasus. Serius dia punya kasus dia. Jadi dia tuh kelas 11 udah kelas 11 tuh naik ke kelas 12 tuh dia nggak tahu udah naik ke kelas 12 tapi dia harus ngisi maba terus sertifikatnya dia karena waktu itu dia tuh juara olimpiade biologi apa dia tuh keterima di IPB terus dia nggak betah 1 tahun dia kabur itu tuh pas mau semester 3 tuh dia nggak ada kabar nggak ada apa-apa kabur aja dia masuk sekolah lagi dia kayak waktu itu kalau bangsa kita mau UTBK-nya gitu loh UTBK-nya pada zaman itu dia masuk Unpad di perawatan itu sekolah dia di blacklist 3 tahun gak ada yang boleh daftar sekolah bukan blacklist yang gak boleh daftar kampus tapi selama 3 tahun sekolah itu gak boleh terima siswa baru iya
Siswa baru.
Iya.
Ya karena kan dia kan sistem olimpiade itu kan sangat
Makanya aku tuh dia nggak berani datang ke sekolah SMA dia juga nggak berani datang ke IPB sampai sekarang padahal dia udah jadi dosen tuh dia nggak berani faktor lain aku nggak ngambil IPB itu karena satu kegiatan juga dan aku terjual survei sendiri jadi ambil lah jadi waktu itu aku ngambil di Muhammadiyah masih dari sosum ke IPA lagi gitu kan itu kan lumayan ulang banget kan dari nol terus ya karena itu di swasta tuh agak diremehkan dan dia juga nggak tercover sama beasiswa dia dapat beasiswa juga udah aku TBK lagi TBK ketemu di sebelah cuma di sebelah tuh aku nggak lolos kita ikut semua di sini lolos alhamdulillah beasiswa ini kalau di sebelah juga ya kalau paling sini
Iya, tapi benar.
di tetangganya sini gitu ya di tetangga sebelah tuh namanya TI industri teknologi
di Cirebon apa kan?
ini yang di sini yang di Cirebon tuh lebih ke kelautan gitu
Tapi ada juga.
tapi
Soalnya teman aku pada industri bisa ya.
iya
Ada Nesa,
jadi ya tahu mungkin di kampusnya anak aku sendiri kalau kampus di sini tuh dia sampai dua
perawatan.
ya perawatan dia S2 itu ngambil apa ya medis psikologi gitu sekarang dia jadi dosen tuh di Unpad Universitas 9 April itu masih di Sunda main dari sini tuh jaraknya itu 12 kilo dari Unpad ya Pak oh ini benar juga nih
Ini anak ini
oh ini lingkungan juga tahu nanti
enggak
oh ini udah angkatan
dari juga ada yang
kok muncul sih udah angkatan yang di Indonesia
kan ada. Tapi itu 5 tahun.
itu 5 kerja catering kalau baju angkatan yang di Muhammadiyah apa ada yang hijau yang waktu pernah dipakai nah itu juga aku saat itu benci universitas yang bercabang agama tuh banyak korupnya
Iya.
serius itu baju angkatan yang IPO sama aku angkatan ini
Ada politiknya.
iya
Dulu aku juga sempat terima di paling bagus gitu. Cuma memang aku memang sengaja nolak sama politik juga karena religiusnya tuh nggak pengetahuan politiknya selalu ada aja mah. Jadi kita buat konten dulu kan.
tunggu balik ke pekan ya
Aku mau rapat lagi. Ayo nonton pulang. Aku mau.
172 hari
Iya.
jadi pengen
Ayo nonton.
boleh
Dia nanya berani. Gak main jas ya paling jauh ya.
aku jatuh pernah sih cuman
Jas kan lagi itu nggak sih? Kamu nak dapat ini tak ada sekolah. Ini belum tahu ya. Belum tahu ya. Ini betul itu. Kau sudah? Sini. Bingung. Nah, ini mau kayak kemarin tuh deh
Paling kalau nonton tuh di edit, kalau nggak di edit, kalau nggak di NIN tuh di 23 pasal.
Oh iya tuh kita pas Pak M sih
Yang pro indah mall.
oh yang tahu arah bukan itu kan
Iya. Oh, dari situ segini.
cuma aku nggak tahu sekarang
Kalau akan berhati oh, yang
Tiga pasal.
segini udah segini.
Aksinya kan tidak polisi tidak tidak di sini
Siapa? Di pasal juga.
oh ada juga ya ternyata
Kalau 23 pasal tuh mallnya, tapi kalau paskalnya tuh lebih ke nama daerah.
oh
Tapi sinetron sih enggak lah.
iya kan ya
Ya.
kalau jalan di luar ya tapi CGV itu kecil nggak sih
Enggak itu yang apa?
kadang-kadang kecil aku nggak nyaman di sini ya apalagi yang kayak di SIM A itu kan support dengan paling mau support ada malah yang masih lama online kan cepat
Ya, sekarang
Pak boleh minta nomor Pak?
kenapa?
Nanti teman saya ada ngomongin Bapak. Gimana Pak? Belum dari biasanya kalau rambut ya. Cuma ini bisa betul Pak. Kalau biasanya cerita sih kayak ngomong terus itu
Soalnya tadi kan di mana? Oh, sekali beri kon. Oh, tadi nanya kon. Oh, mau mana tadi teh? Oh, ayah ini pernah di Ablang masih ayah ya teman abang. Kalau di sana tadi. Baik, saya. Wah. Sebenarnya sama kabel. Kurang lebih. Mau aja gitu. Hah? Kurang apa? Anu iya. Ya kula mari mana nah? Close wae. Hah?